Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Darren, aka Paw Paw. Today we're going to be talking about indoor unit maintenance. We're going to be changing the filter. Or looking at the filter. I don't know if this one needs to be changed or not. We're going to be cleaning the indoor coil, the evaporator coil, which is in here, bottom section. This is a vertical application of an electric air handler. There's horizontal applications. I chose a vertical because it's easier to get to, but you just have to, if you're going to be using yours and you're doing yours and yours is in a horizontal position, you need to imagine it's laid this way or laid that way. So it's basically the same. The horizontals are just harder to get to because they're generally in an attic or underneath a house. So anyway, let's get started. All right, so where we're going to start our maintenance today, we start out here by the return air. If you look at the return air, there's always two little knobs, two little things, two little twisties. You just move those and lower the filter door. There's going to be a filter in there. Sizes vary. The size of the filter is always written somewhere on the filter. This one has to be a 12 by 24 by 1 inch. And the direction of the way it's supposed to go in the unit in the return air grill is right there. Always face that to the inside of the return air grill because the air pulls through the return air grill from the house. Close it back up, switch your little switchy things back, whether it's twisties or whatever, and you're done at the return air. Alright, so now that we're done out at the return, we saw the filter didn't need to be changed. There's no crazy stuff up in the return air. You have to always look inside your return air, make sure there's nothing crazy in there. One of the craziest things I've ever found in a return air, I found a dead cat one time. I asked the homeowner if she was missing her cat, and she said, I never have had a cat. Where did this cat come from? She had no idea where that cat came from, how it had even gotten in there. So anyway, always look in your return air and see what's going on in there. Somebody might just be sticking playing cards or whatever in there, and those things can get sucked up in your unit. Whatever could go in the return air could be in there. Anyway, so we're fixing to get into this thing and look at the coil, show y'all what it looks like on the inside. All right, so now that we're in the unit, we're going to take a look around, and so we can look at the electrical components, the blower housing, the coil, all that kind of stuff. Now, unless you're a more skilled professional type person in electricity, or very handy or very comfortable with electricity, I don't recommend getting up into the electrical components. Do recommend killing power to the unit, making sure power's killed to the unit before you start sticking your hands around in it. You can do that at the breaker panel. There's usually a breaker or some kind of disconnect on the unit itself. Yeah, I don't recommend. Might want to look around for some corrosion on these terminals here. Get some light up there where you can see. Hang on. There's some terminals right here that you might want to check to make sure that you don't have any corrosion or anything on those. Those look pretty good. As you come around here, you got your low voltage wiring right there. It's not generally a problem. You want to make sure that that it's not rubbing or causing a wear mark on the wire itself, because it will go through and short out and usually blow out the transformer right there. That's your transformer right there. That's about the only thing the low voltage will take out, and it could burn up the thermostat, I suppose. But then you got your heating elements back there in the back, and you can see that. So usually 5 kW a piece for each one of those strips, and so this is a 10 kW heater. What else do I need to mention in here? I believe that's about it. Got some contacts, a relay back there on the back. But if there's no reason for you to get in here, don't get into it, because this is where you could wind up getting yourself hurt, is in here. So just be careful when you're poking around in this compartment here. Right down below here, have the blower housing. This is the part that spins. That's the motor. The housing's over here. It's hard to get a camera in there real easy so you can see it. Now, if you need to know if your housing is clean, you can stick your fingers in there. Well, of course, while it's not running, stick your fingers in there and feel if there's any dirt buildup in the blower. And you'll be able to feel it if it's not clean. Then you got your coil down here. Now we're going to open this bottom compartment up, and so you can see the coil better. So let me go ahead and get this bottom compartment opened up. Now, if you watched my condenser video, if you'll remember from there, I told you that all residential units have either a 1/4 inch or a 5/16 screw in it. Buy you a 1/4 inch and a 5/16 nut driver, and you're usually pretty safe. And that's pretty much industry wide. This one happens to have 5/16 screws. So we're going to go ahead and get this bottom panel off here, and then we'll get a look at the coil. All right, so we're about 5 minutes into the video here, somewhere around 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, somewhere around there. And I'm supposed to tell y'all to like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. But I just figured that if y'all are enjoying the video, that y'all will. And I want y'all to know that if y'all do, give me a like and a subscribe, that I really do appreciate it. All right, we'll get a little bit better look at it down in there. That's what the coil looks like. This panel's going to have a hard time getting it off because of the piping in the way. Got this line set in the way, which I knew it would be, and the drain line down there, it's in the way. But you really don't need to get that panel off there to do what I'm fixing to show you. All you need to do is be able to get over the top of it like this right here, and just be able to spray down in there. So let's get started on that. Let me show you what we're going to use for spray. We're going to be using this Evap foam, no rinse. Like it says, it comes out in foam. It's easy to use. Just spray it directly on the coil. Comes out in a real good strong stream. All you're going to do is spray it from the top. Just spray the coil from the top. Just straight down in there, like that. And you're going to coat the coil. Make sure it's got a good coating on it. It's the foam, so it's going to expand and push through the coil. And the whole point is to get to the bottom, get it through the entire coil, and let it eat all the dirt away. Now this is a no rinse. This is a no rinse foam, so you don't have to put any water on it. You don't have to do anything like that. Now this is made by Nu-Calgon. I like Nu-Calgon products. Nu-Calgon makes a good product. You can pick it up on Amazon. I looked this morning, but I can't remember what. I think it was like $43, $45 that you can get a can. No, I'm sorry, $15, $15, $16. You can get a can of this. No rinse. Evap foam, no rinse stuff. This stuff works pretty good. It's got a really nice scent to it. I think it's kind of a citrusy smell. So you're not going to stink up your house by spraying cleaner in your house on your coil. So it actually makes your house smell good. So I'm fixing to spray the coil down. Like I said, basically all you're going to do is take this and just spray right down in the hole. All you're going to do is just basically spray on the coil just like that. So you get a good layer of foam, and you don't have to be right up on the coil either to do this. It makes it a little easier to use this stuff because you don't have to be right on the coil to do it. So you don't have to pull the coil or anything like that. Sorry I can't get a better picture of the coil for you, but without pulling it out, which maybe one day we'll have to pull and clean a coil, put that on video. But I usually do 2 cans on there until I get a real good coat of cleaner on there. Alright, well, you just continue spraying like that. I'm going to move on to something else. That is all you do to it. You just spray that foam on there. I'll be standing here spraying foam for 30 minutes just to get a good coating on there. It takes a little bit. Like I said, I put 2 cans. I usually put 2 cans on every coil I clean like this. There's one other thing that I wanted to show you, and that's the drain line. Alright, so every air conditioning unit has one of these on it. It's usually a white pipe sticking out of the side of the unit, and that is the drain line. These things condensate, and it does cause water to come off the coil, which is good because that means it's removing humidity. Now what I do on my drain lines, there's two methods. I usually use some, it's called pan tabs. These things are just basically chlorine tablets, and they're just kind of big blue tablets like that. I drop about 2 or 3 of these down the actual drain line. You can pick these up on Amazon too. I think these are 40 or 50 bucks for a thing, but Nu-Calgon has, these are not Nu-Calgon. But I just take the this little thing off right there. Drop them straight down in the trap. Just like that. Make sure they go all the way to the trap. And they'll sit in there and dissolve. Or another method you could do, which is a little bit easier than this, is you can take a bottle of chlorine, bleach, and a funnel. Stick the funnel in right here, and just pour about a half a cup of bleach down there. Just straight down that pipe right there. Too easy. That keeps all the slime and the sludge from building up in the trap, which causes your drain issues. The dirt running down in the drain, running down the drain, causing the thing to plug up. This thing has some kind of fungi, algae stuff, that's slime that it builds up on there. And these pan tabs or chlorine, bleach, just bleach straight down the drain line, about a half a cup every 1 to 2, 3 months, something like that. Anytime you're changing your filter, just pour some bleach down that right there, and you should be good to go on drain lines. You won't ever have any drain issues or water issues, and if you do, there's something weird going on. Anyway, but all right, so I'm fixing to keep spraying this thing, get this maintenance wrapped up. It's hot. I'm ready to go home, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. All right, so I'm fixing to wrap all this up, put the lid back on it, get everything sealed back up right, and fixing to hit the road. It's hot, I'm ready to go home, and this unit looks good. It's probably not even 5-6 years old, this unit, so everything's pretty good on this unit. If y'all have any questions, hit me up down in the comments. I think I've had 3 or 4 people ask me some questions, and I do my best to give y'all a prompt answer and try to get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, we'll see y'all on the next one. Toodles.